Hello friends, today we talk about Earth unique facts. Wait for last one and enjoy the video. 1. Earth's core is as hot as the sun's surface. Within uncertainty, the temperature at the center of the Earth is the same as the temperature at the surface of the sun, 5,800 K. Caltech geochemist Paul Asimov tells Popular Mechanics. At about almost 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit, that's hot. 2. Earth is radioactive. In total, Earth generates as much as 40 terawatts of heat, half of which comes from radioactive decay in its core. According to a 2011 study, scientists measured particles called antineutrinos that streamed up from Earth's core and found that half of Earth's heat is generated through the radioactive decay of certain elements. 3. Life below the seafloor. The sediments underlying Earth's oceans are home to approximately 2.9 x 10 circumflex 29 microorganisms, existing at depths as great as 2.5 kilometers below the seafloor. The majority of this deep subseafloor biosphere grows extremely slowly relative to life in the surface world, with estimates of cell division once every 10 to 1,000 plus years. Caltech geobiologist Victoria Orphan tells Popular Mechanics. 4. Mosses are everywhere. Mosses live on the surface soils in deserts all across the world. A cool thing about moss is that they have the ability to capture water straight out of the air, using these specialized structures that look like little hairs coming out of their leaves, called awns. USGS research ecologist Sasha Reed tells Popular Mechanics. In the dry places that these mosses live, this is a pretty cool trick. 5. Seas could rise 2.5 feet by 2100. We are headed toward a 2-foot sea level rise by the end of this century. Climate scientist Tapio Schneider of Caltech tells Popular Mechanics. Consequences from a 1 to 2 foot sea level rise could mean severe threats to low-lying island nations, loss of narrow, shallow beaches, and a demise of marine ecosystems. 6. Clouds help regulate Earth's temperature. If you bring all water droplets and clouds to the surface, you would cover Earth with a liquid film no thicker than a human hair, Schneider of Caltech tells Popular Mechanics. And yet, this tiny amount of water makes the difference between cool, overcast summer days and warm, clear days. And it is immensely important for climate. On average, clouds cool Earth by 13 degrees Fahrenheit, relative to what global temperatures would be without clouds. 7. The planet is 10,000 times older than humans. Planet Earth has an estimated age of 4.5 billion years. Jeremiah P. Ostraker, senior research scholar at Princeton University, tells Popular Mechanics, Homo sapiens has been around for at most 450,000 years. That is 1/10,000th the age of the planet. And then more recently, we spread over the whole globe in 1/100,000th of the age of the planet. 8. We don't know who named the Earth. Unlike other planets, no real historical data can be found on the person or group that named our planet Earth. The term Earth comes from Old English and High Germanic, and it is the only planet not named after a Greek or Roman god. 9. Earth is a heat engine. Earth is a giant heat engine. Heat from the sun is absorbed where it is warm, the low latitudes and the surface, and heat is radiated as infrared where it is cold, the higher latitudes and the atmosphere. Andy Ingersoll, a planetary scientist at Caltech, tells Popular Mechanics, the work of the heat engine goes into the kinetic energy of winds and storms. 10. Route 66 is longer than the distance to the Earth's core. The boundary between Earth's mantle and core is roughly 3,000 kilometers below our feet, a little less than the total length of America's Mother Road. Route 66, seismologist Jennifer Jackson of Caltech tells Popular Mechanics, thought to be a simple interface between solid rocks and liquid iron-rich metal, this remote region is almost as complex as Earth's surface. 11. A magnitude 12 earthquake would split the Earth in half. We've never seen anything larger than 9.5, and it was longer than the state of California, says Jones. It would be theoretically impossible to have a magnitude 13 earthquake since it would require a fault bigger than the Earth. 12. Earthquakes can be felt on the other side of the planet. Earthquakes can happen over 400 miles below the Earth's surface and be felt literally on the other side of the Earth. Seismologist Zhongwen Zhan of Caltech tells Popular Mechanics. In 2013, a magnitude 8 occurred near the Kuril Islands at about 400 miles depth. People in Australia felt the event. 13. The first ozone hole is still healing. Scientists discovered the first hole in the ozone layer, located directly above Antarctica, in 1985. The Montreal Protocol of 1987 was the first plan approved by every country in the United Nations and focused on the restriction of chlorofluorocarbons, CFCs that emitted ozone-destroying chlorines. 14. There are 1 billion microbes in a teaspoon of soil. The number of microbes in a teaspoon of soil is estimated to be roughly equivalent to the number of humans currently living in Africa, 1 billion. 15. There are more viruses than stars in the universe. Earth is teeming with viruses. There are an estimated 10 nonillion individual viruses on the planet. That's enough to assign one to every star in the universe 100 million times over,